It looks really strange for someone to begin an astral life at the age of 5. Mariam Thresia from her infancy had longed to quench the thirst of Jesus. Therefore, she put every effort into it. She followed a rigorous style of life and did everything focused on soul. Long hours of meditation and prayer, severe acts of penance and mortification, well-disciplined and detached life, interior silence and deep contemplation. All these gradually enriched her in her spiritual journey. If we look at the routine of her spiritual life, we find that she spent her day in prayer and nights in vigils. Though it seemed to outside a very ordinary life, Thresia grew deeper in the practice of virtues as she grew in the age. She mortified her body and disciplined her spirit, chose to live a life of complete self-denial, intensified her life of prayer and penance, fasted on several days and abstained from meat, kept sleepless vigils, kneeling on gruel, her hands outstretched, spread pebbles below her mat and hid thorns in the pillow, slighted ornaments and would do nothing to improve her looks as teenagers did. God allowed her to undergo lots of hurdles from her own family and relatives. Her family seriously tried to discipline her. The society warned her by its regulations and consequence. The church authorities scrutinized her every move. Besides, the army of hell tormented her and tested her severely. As gold tested in the furnace, she became more and more refined and strengthened through such travails, because there were channels to draw the grace of God into her life. She endured every struggle with the power of God, and she acquired it by a severe life of austerity from the start. Since many extraordinary events were happening in her life, she felt the need of an able spiritual director who can understand and guide her. By the providence of God, at the age of 26, in 1902, she chose Father Joseph Videtil, a highly spiritual and reliable person, as her spiritual guide. He played a unique and decisive role in the life of Thresia for 24 years, since 1902 till 1926. She followed closely the guidance of her spiritual father to guard against the danger of being misled by the evil one. Father Joseph Videtil was a witness and prudent intermediary between her and Bishop John Minacheri to all extraordinary experience. He kept a diary, recording regularly and faithfully what was conveyed to him by Teresa and what he had witnessed in her spiritual journey. She was contemplative and active at the same time. Mariam Thresia had transformed her cloister to a shelter home for destitute, and she went down, crossing the social barriers to serve the poor and needy in their family. The deep intimacy with Christ had by now transformed her to be a great mystic, like her name, Saint Teresa of Avila. She identified herself, body and soul, to Christ on the cross and emerged as the first stigmatic of India. Gradually, the society that criticized her unconventional manners acknowledged her as an angel of all village. The parishioners built a house of prayer, which later turned out to be the mother house. Her life as a fairy furnace, heated 1,000 times, held a rain of snow in its heart. She remained constantly in the state of grace to save souls for Christ, thus trying to quench the thirst of Jesus. She also had to undergo severe trials by the hell, which she battled courageously and won against Lucifer. Let us keep track to next episode for edifying details. Till then, prayers.